Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Railway Shed. Today we'll be taking a look at this Hornby dublo set 2006-060 tank goods train. I recently received this set as a gift from my grandparents, so a big thank you to them. This is by far the oldest set I own and definitely one of the most interesting, so without any further ado, let's take a look inside the set. Here is the cover art of the train set. The box is in rather rough shape, however this can be expected due to its age. It's held together by tape. Here is what's inside the box. We have a loop of track, as well as the locomotive, 2 open wagons, and a towed brake van. So let's take a closer look into the locomotive and rolling stock of this set. Here we have the Hornby dublo, later Wren Railways R1 tank engine. The locomotive is finished in a dark green and has separately fitted details on its safety valves. The locomotive bears the late British Railways crest, as well as the running number 31340. The locomotive also has printed details, for example, the pipes. They have no moulded front couplings, but this can be excused, as this locomotive was merely a toy of its age. Here is a look from the back. You can see we have a black roof as well as a black back of the cab, as well as a coal load, and a clip which holds the locomotive's body on. We can also see that the back coupler here is metal as compared to the plastic one at the front. The buffers on the back are also chromified, just like the front. Overall, I find this a lovely looking engine, and a wonderful addition to my fleet. Now let's take a look at some of the rolling stock from this set. Here we have a 6-plank wood wagon, bearing the name the United Glass Bottle Manufacturers. A fact I like about these wagons, as you'll see going forward, is that the frames are completely metal, which gives them a good weight to them. They do, however, hold plastic wheels. But due to this being an entry-level set from this time period, it does not bother me too much. Here is the other wagon in the set. This one seems to be a more metallic mineral wagon. Same applies for the frames as the other wagon. A cool fact is that I now have 2 of these wagons, because I got part of this train set in a job lot, and this was the only complete wagon left in that job lot. The other wagons in this job lot, which are the same as the ones in this set, have large chunks bitten out of them. Well, not necessarily bitten, but snapped off. The only other piece of rolling stock in this set is this towed brake van. Like the other 2 wagons, it has a metal frame which gives it a good weight. It, unlike its 2 other wagons, have plastic wheels. I also have another body shell of this engine. Who knows? This might be a nice project to detail up and put into a different livery. I can also swap the chassis between this shell and my other one. The coupling system is quite simple in concept. The metal bar simply lifts up, pulls over, and creates an S-like shape to pull the wagon along. I find it's also quite closely connected to each wagon, which is something the standard D-type couplings can struggle with sometimes. So overall, I quite enjoy this coupling system. Now we've looked at the finer details of the rolling stock and the locomotive, let's test the locomotive's performance. Firstly, in forward. We can see it performs quite a nice crawl, especially for its age. Let's speed it up a sec. It does have a tendency to stall sometimes, especially on points, due to its only two pickups being on the front and back wheels. When they're both on the plastic pieces of the points, they often tend to short. Keep in mind this locomotive is quite old and magnets probably isn't too strong. Let's stop on the level crossing. Now let's reverse. Other than the noise, it's a very good runner, especially for its age. So let's back this engine down onto its train and see it in action. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.